Hebrews Chapter 10, verse 24 to 39. And let us consider how to provoke one another to love and good deeds, not neglecting to meet together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. For if we willfully persist in sin after having received the knowledge of the truth, there no longer remains a sacrifice for sins, but a fearful prospect of judgment and a fury of fire that will consume the adversaries. Anyone who has violated the law of Moses dies without mercy. On the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses, how much worse punishment do you think will be deserved by those who spurn the Son of God, profane the blood of the covenant by which they were sanctified, and outrage the Spirit of grace? For we know the one who said, "Vengeance is mine, I will repay," and again, "The Lord will judge his people." It is a dreadful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Remember those earlier days after you had received the light, when you endured in a great conflict full of suffering. Sometimes you were publicly exposed to insult and persecution. At other times you stood side by side with those who were so treated. You suffered along with those in prison and joyfully accepted the confiscation of your property because you knew that you yourselves had better and lasting possessions. So do not throw away your confidence. It will be richly rewarded. You need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what He has promised. For in just a little while, He who is coming will come and will not delay. But my righteous one will live by faith. And I take no pleasure in the one who shrinks back. But we do not belong to those who shrink back and are destroyed, but to those who have faith and are saved. Ezekiel Chapter 7. The word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, this is what the Lord God says to the land of Israel. An end. The end has come on the 4 corners of the earth. The end is now upon you. I will send my anger against you and judge you according to your ways. I will punish you for all your detestable practices. I will not look on you with pity or spare you, but I will punish you for your ways and for your detestable practices within you. Then you will know that I am the Lord. This is what the Lord God says. Look, one disaster after another is coming. An end has come, the end has come. It has awakened against you. Look, it is coming. Doom has come on you, inhabitants of the land. The time has come, the day is near. There will be panic on the mountains and not celebration. I will pour out my wrath on you very soon. I will exhaust my anger against you and judge you according to your ways. I will punish you for all your detestable practices. I will not look on you with pity or spare you. I will punish you for your ways and for your detestable practices within you. Then you will know that it is I, the Lord, who strikes. Here is the day. Here it comes. Doom is on its way. The rod has blossomed. Arrogance has bloomed. Violence has grown into a rod of wickedness. None of them will remain. None of that crowd, none of their wealth, and none of the eminent among them. The time has come, the day draws near. Let not the buyer rejoice nor the seller mourn, for wrath is upon all their multitude. For the sellers shall not return to what has been sold as long as they remain alive. For the vision concerns all their multitude, it shall not be revoked. Because of their iniquity they cannot maintain their lives. They have blown the horn and made everything ready, but no one goes to battle. For my wrath is upon all their multitude. The sword is outside. Pestilence and famine are inside. Those in the field die by the sword. Those in the city, famine and pestilence devour them. If any survivors escape, they shall be found on the mountains like doves of the valleys, all of them moaning over their iniquity. All hands shall grow feeble, all knees turn to water. They shall put on sackcloth. Horror shall cover them. Shame shall be on all faces, baldness on all their heads. They shall fling their silver into the streets. Their gold shall be treated as unclean. Their silver and gold cannot save them on the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their hunger or fill their stomachs with it. For it was the stumbling block of their iniquity. From their beautiful ornament in which they took pride, They made their abominable images, their detestable things. Therefore I will make of it an unclean thing to them. I will hand it over to strangers as plunder, to the wicked of the earth as spoil. They shall profane it. I will avert my face from them, so that they may profane my treasured place. The violent shall enter it, they shall profane it. Prepare chains, for the land is full of bloodshed, and the city is full of violence. I will bring the most wicked of nations to take possession of their houses. I will put an end to the pride of the mighty, and their sanctuaries will be desecrated. When terror comes, they will seek peace in vain. Calamity upon calamity will come, and rumor upon rumor. They will go searching for a vision from the prophet. Priestly instruction in the law will cease. The council of the elders will come to an end. The king will mourn. The prince will be clothed with despair, and the hands of the people of the land will tremble. I will deal with them according to their conduct, and by their own standards I will judge them. Then they will know that I am the Lord. Ezekiel Chapter 8. In the 6th year, in the 6th month, on the 5th day of the month, I was sitting in my house, and the elders of Judah were sitting in front of me. And there the hand of the Lord God came down on me. I looked, and there was someone who looked like a man. From what seemed to be his waist down was fire, and from his waist up was something that looked bright, like the gleam of amber. He stretched out what appeared to be a hand and took me by the hair of my head. Then the Spirit lifted me up between earth and heaven and carried me in visions of God to Jerusalem, to the entrance of the inner gate that faces north, where the offensive statute that provokes jealousy was located. I saw the glory of the God of Israel there, like the vision I had seen in the plain. The Lord said to me, "Son of man, look toward the north." I looked to the north, and there was this offensive statute north of the altar gate at the entrance. He said to me, "Son of man, do you see what they are doing here? More detestable acts than the house of Israel is committing, so that I must depart from my sanctuary. You will see even more detestable acts." Then he brought me to the entrance of the court, and when I looked, there was a hole in the wall. Then he said to me, "Mortal, dig through the wall." And when I dug through the wall, there was an entrance. He said to me, "Go in and see the vile abominations that they are committing here." So I went and looked. There, portrayed on the wall all around, were all kinds of creeping things and loathsome animals and all the idols of the house of Israel. Before them stood 70 of the elders of the house of Israel, with Jaazaniah son of Shaphan standing among them. Each had his censer in his hand, and the fragrant cloud of incense was ascending. Then he said to me, "Mortal, have you seen what the elders of the house of Israel are doing in the dark, each in his room of images? For they say, 'The Lord does not see us, the Lord has forsaken the land.'" He said also to me, "You will see still greater abominations that they are committing." Then he brought me to the entrance of the north gate of the house of the Lord. Women were sitting there, weeping for Tammuz. He said to me, "Do you see this, son of man? You will see things that are even more detestable than this." Then he brought me into the inner court of the house of the Lord, and there, at the entrance to the temple, between the portico and the altar, were about 25 men. With their backs toward the temple of the Lord and their faces toward east, they were bowing down to the sun in the east. He said to me, "Have you seen this, son of man? Is it a trivial matter for the people of Judah to do the detestable things they are doing here? Must they also fill the land with violence and continually arouse my anger? Look at them putting the branch to their nose. Therefore I will deal with them in anger. I will not look on them with pity or spare them. Although they shout in my ears, I will not listen to them." Ezekiel Chapter 9. Then he called loudly in my hearing, "Come near, executioners of the city, each of you with a destructive weapon in his hand." And I saw 6 men coming from the direction of the upper gate, which faces north, each with a war club in his hand. There was another man among them, clothed in linen, carrying writing equipment. They came and stood beside the bronze altar. Then the glory of the God of Israel rose from above the cherub where it had been, to the threshold of the temple. He called to the man clothed in linen and carrying writing equipment. "Pass throughout the city of Jerusalem," the Lord said to him, "and put a mark on the foreheads of the men who sigh and groan over all the detestable practices committed in it." To the others he said in my hearing, "Pass through the city after him and kill. Your eyes shall not spare, and you shall show no pity. Cut down old men, young men and young women, little children and women, but touch no one who has the mark, and begin at my sanctuary." So they began with the elders who were in front of the house. Then he said to them, "Defile the house and fill the courts with the slain. Go." So they went out and killed in the city. While they were killing and I was left alone, I fell prostrate on my face and cried out, "Ah, Lord God, will you destroy all who remain of Israel as you pour out your wrath upon Jerusalem?" He answered me, "The sin of the people of Israel and Judah is exceedingly great. The land is full of bloodshed and the city is full of injustice." They said, "The Lord has forsaken the land. The Lord does not see. So I will not look on them with pity or spare them, but I will bring down on their own heads what they have done." Then the man in linen with the writing kit at his side brought back word, saying, "I have done as you commanded."